welcome to VCW at Hampton High. I am Jason Heat, sitting alongside Brandon Metheny Esquire.
Very good, yes, excellent. Glad you remembered, as you are supposed to. It is always a pleasure for you to be sitting next to me. We are back here at Hampton High School, and it should be a phenomenal of wrestling action. And you know what, Jason? I've decided I'm going to give you a second chance tonight, so let's start things off the right way.
I appreciate that. We are about to see a first chance. That would be a debut. Chris Slade, known as the sharpest blade and the picture-perfect assassin.
I've heard lots of great things about Chris Slade. Another amazing signing by Mr. Stephanie, the director, the best boss of Virginia. It's his 40th birthday tonight. Did you know that?
Everyone does. It has been made a matter of a lot of promotion that tonight is the 40th birthday of Mr. Stephanie, but it is also the first impression of this young man, Chris Slade, who told me he views wrestling the way one would a religion. It is his own personal martial art that he practices.
So I will tell you, Jason, as I walked through the locker room during the course of the day, it was interesting to see Chris Slade very much keeping to himself, not in a standoffish way, but very much sort of focusing. It was very clear he takes this extremely seriously.
Chris Slade is going to have to take this seriously because he's going up against a man with a Hall of Fame caliber career in VCW so far and still going strong. That would, of course, be the former VCW heavyweight champion, Dirty Money.
Absolutely. I mean, Dirty Money, if you're talking about the franchise of VCW, the top of VCW, there are really two names that come out there, Dirty Money and Phil Brown.
And not only are they the franchises, they also consider themselves the unofficial welcoming committee. They like to test the mettle of new arrivals, and Dirty Money in particular said that he really likes to break them in.
I mean, Dirty Money is a very difficult challenge for anyone at VCW. For a first match, it is an extremely high bar, and Chris Slade, I hope that he has his working boots on because he's going to need them against one of the all-time greats.
Chris Slade and Dirty Money are not strangers to each other. It was actually Dirty Money when he found out that Chris Slade was going to make his debut specifically said, put my name on the board across from Chris Slade. I have unfinished business with this man. I have something that I want to show him what it's like to join the VCW roster.
And make no mistake, with Dirty Money has unfinished business, he's going to make sure it gets finished. It should be quite the magic, quite a way to start off our night here at Hampton High School.
Absolutely. Dirty Money, always ready to cash out. He loves the competition, he loves the sport, but make no mistake, it's in the name. Dirty Money is about the cash, the cheddar, the moolah. You get more when you win.
And you get more when you're a champion, which is why Dirty Money is one of the most decorated champions in VCW history.
He has, Dirty Money does, the hardest hands in Virginia with chops that hit like gunshots. Chris Slade is going to have to try and avoid those heavy hands and make use of his very calculating and quick offense, which involves a lot of strikes, very martial arts influence.
Dirty Money clearly, I would imagine, has the power advantage here. If he gets a hold of Chris Slade, Slade's in trouble. But that speed and those strikes that Slade has can really knock Dirty Money for a loop.
The welcoming committee officially extending the hand. Chris Slade taking it. You only get a moment. Look at the speed on Chris Slade.
I don't think he actually touched the mat.
Beautiful drop down right now by Slade, showing that acrobatic offense that can dazzle and dizzy even a veteran like Dirty Money.
And Dirty Money sliding out of the ring on his heels in a way we have not seen him in perhaps years. Chris Slade with a very impressive start to his VCW career.
Chris Slade, knowing you only get one chance to make a first impression, he is doing that right now on Dirty Money, on the fans, on the offense. This man wants an invitation to come back.
Oh, and
making contact with Dirty Money, making contact with the rail, putting his body on the line. And Chris Slade has been embraced very quickly by the VCW fandom.
Yeah, that's a way to make yourself make a fan favorite there. And I'll point out, Chris Slade, like you said, he hit that barricade and just kept moving. Just incredible Incredible athleticism there.
Adrenaline is a wonder drug. We're going to see if that starts to wear off as this match goes on. If it has the opportunity, Chris Slade is looking to put Dirty Money away quickly.
And what a feather in his cap will be to start his VCW career with a win over Dirty Money here. Chris Slade, very, very impressive in his debut. Got to figure there's big things in the future with this young man. An
intimidating presence, you mentioned, keeping himself in the locker room. Not many people bring a sword into the locker room, and he does that Wazakashi blade that he named his finishing strike after. And now Dirty Money taking control.
And you notice Dirty Money taking no chances there. That was there was no separation. He made sure he kept his hands on Chris Slade at all times and drove him into the mat. He's learned his lesson over the course of this match.
And a quick turnaround showing the power advantage that you brought up for Dirty Money. It was one Blue Thunder bomb, and he was able to get a 2 count on Chris Slade. Chris is going to have to hit a lot more consecutive offense than Dirty Money will to tenderize the well-traveled leather veteran.
And I don't think anyone wants to get into a slug fight, there we go, with Dirty Money, and a beautiful neck breaker to put Chris Slade on his back.
Yeah, I should say tough as leather is Dirty Money, and right now looking to put the young upstart away. Only 2. But it's going to be an uphill battle now for Chris Slade going against, as you mentioned, one of the most decorated champions in company history.
Look, what Chris Slade did at the start of this match was incredibly impressive. Like I said, I can't remember the last time I've seen someone do that to Dirty Money. But once Dirty Money gets his shots in, that's the real question, is how do you respond to that? How do you come back from these very, very big hits by Dirty Money?
Dirty Money right now looking to show why many call him Mr. Untouchable.
I think Chris Slade probably wishes he wasn't being touched.
Look at the leg extension by Chris Slade. Going for a Hurricane Rana, and Dirty Money able to reverse it, countering. Submission applied center of the ring, and that was the pure, indomitable will of Dirty Money on display.
And that is some veteran experience right there. Saw it was coming, shifted his weight ever so slightly to get into that position, and now Chris Slade is in a bad way.
Welcome to VCW, Chris Slade. Hope you survived the experience, because your back may not. Dirty Money had that in deep, but Chris Slade fighting to try and make his way to the ropes, and with the ropes will come relief.
And he does make it there, but you've got to wonder how much damage was in that back. If that back is hurt, he can't fly around like he did before, and that's going to really limit his offense.
It's also going to help set Chris Slade up for that money clip, the spine buster. Dirty Money playing that game of chess, setting the king in check early. Now, Chris Slade struggling to get up off the ropes.
Oh!
And there are those shotgun-like chops.
Ladies and gentlemen, unless you are ringside here at VCW, you cannot understand just how loud that is and how painful it must be.
It truly sounds like a man's chest caving in. You understand why now Chris Slade, with that Samba kick, looking to do literally everything in his power to keep that from happening again. Slade going, great positioning in the middle of the ring. Brandon, but Dirty Money able to kick out.
And you notice there, Chris Slade hitting from all different angles, never allowing Dirty to get his feet set and get focused to try to counter what Chris Slade was doing. Very, very smart wrestling. And just like that, Chris Slade back with the advantage in the match.
Chris Slade so clean, so crisp. His offense perfectly executed.
I would not turn my back on Dirty Money. And he has learned that the hard way.
Dirty Money taking advantage of potentially a youthful error. Dirty Money bringing the experience game against almost any opponent he goes up against, but particularly someone like Chris Slade, who's only about 4 or 5 years into his career.
Oh, he catches the 10th punch. What on earth?
He has caught Dirty Money in a very dangerous position. And the photo bomb, because it is a photo finish for Chris Slade, and just at the last inch of a second, does Dirty Money get his shoulder up.
I can't believe Dirty Money is still conscious. He got kicked in the face and then got power bombed onto the mat. Just incredible offense by Chris Slade, and pure instinct, you have to believe, by Dirty Money.
But tenacity on display by Dirty Money as well. He really made Chris Slade work for that powerbomb. I'm not sure Slade was able to get the full impact, and that might be why Dirty Money still had it in him to kick out.
And Chris Slade making a bit of a risk here. I would have stayed on Dirty Money instead of going for this big shot.
Landing on his feet somehow, some way, but hurting that right leg. Money clip! Center of the ring. Back already weakened, and that's going to be it.
And a very, very impressive start by Chris Slade.
Making a real impression is Chris Slade, but Dirty Money is the welcoming committee for a reason. A legend who is putting all of the young up-and-comers through their paces, making an impression in the ring with the body of Chris Slade. And when Dirty Money bestows his blessing on you, that goes a long way in this company, Brandon.
That is quite the endorsement of Dirty Money there. Chris Slade, nothing to be ashamed of in his PCW debut, but still not taking down one of the all-time greats, Dirty Money. Very impressive by Chris Slade.
One of the most impressive debuts we've ever seen, and a legendary performance by a legendary competitor